Hi, everyone. My name is Yin Ting Zan. I'm the Research Services Librarian at the Robert Wood Johnson Library of the Health Sciences. This is the second part of my session on using my bibliography and ORCID in SciENcv to create NIH and NSF Biosketches. In this second part, I'm going to show you through live demo how to use these tools, my bibliography, ORCID, and the SciENcv to create biosketches. So you can access NCBI from different access points. You can access it from the SciENcv website, which on the upper right corner, you have this link, sign in to NCBI. Or if you are a frequent user of PubMed, then you can click log in on the upper right corner. In my case, I often access through that way. So click log in. And this is a warning for the upcoming changes of logging into NCBI. As I mentioned in the previous part, I use Rutgers to log into NCBI. So when I click that, it will take me to the CAS login. So click login. Okay, so I'm logged into NCBI. Click your username and go to the dashboard. That will bring you to my dashboard. So on this screen, if you scroll down, you'll see SciENcv here. On the top, you see my bibliography. So if you click manage my bibliography, you will see a list of your scholarly works. If you are seeing something red, that means you need to take an action on whether it is funded by NIH or whether it is not funded. So if in this case, if I say no, and then say save, and then it will be gray, which means not funded. And then if you go down the green one, which means it is through federal funded research, so then the PMCID is displayed here. This is in compliance. So anything red, I just showing you for classes, teaching purposes. On the top, you will see a link. So this is the link that you make it public. If it's public, then you have this URL that can be added in your NIH Biosketch. You can change it into private by clicking this link. So this is my bibliography. So to add my bibliography, click add citations, and then you have three options. You can search from PubMed, or you can also add from, by search, you can search by your name, and then you can do it. I'm not going to do that because I mostly have it, but you can also do from file. So you can upload a RIS file from your local drive, and you can add manually by clicking manually. So a template will be displayed, and then you just need to fill into any field that is required or even not required. If you have the information, add it in, and then you click add citation. A citation is manually created. So other places like managing citations, or this is all available for you to use. So this is your this is my bibliography for you to manage. You can, if you are a delegate, then you'll see you have multiple bibliographies is yours, and also other people who added you as a delegate. So these are the ones. So my bibliography is usually located on the left side of your dashboard. You can just go to the dashboard from your username and click a dashboard. And before I go further, I want to show you how to add external resources like ORCID. So if you click your username, and not the MyNCBI dashboard, but your username, it will bring you to your account settings. So in the settings, in the third box, okay, the first one is email, and then the next one is the native NCBI account that I created many years ago. And then the third box, when you see the linked accounts, that's the place where you are going to add external sources like ORCID, EI Commons, or our institution. So by clicking change, it's a little slow, it's moving. That will bring you down to a list of external sources. All these you have an account with. If you have an account with, you can add. So if you scroll down, you just look for, I wouldn't be able to see Rutgers because I already added on the top. So anything add has been moved up to here, they're here. So I linked it to 3 sources. And if you can revert, you can disconnect if you like, and you can search for any external accounts. So this is the place where you link. So if you look through the list or search ORCID, it should be there, and you click it and then add it up to the top. That means you are connected, that the API connect to you. So this is about adding or connect your NCBI with other sources. So come back, go to the account settings again. You see another place right below linked accounts. You can add a delegate. So click the link, add a delegate, and you add it in the email, say, okay, that person who's invited will receive an email, and that person need to accept the invitation. Once they accept it, you have a choice to give permission to that person to access your My Bibliography only, or the SciENcv only, or both. And you can disconnect them anytime you want. So if you click both of them, and that delegate will be able to work on your bibliography and also on your SciENcv. So this is very important. Now, back to your dashboard. And at the bottom is the SciENcv. You can move these dual box wherever you like, and you can move it to the top. I'm not going to show you the SciENcv now. I want to show you the ORCID tool first. So the ORCID profile system. Let me just open another window and type in orchid.org, and that will bring you to the ORCID website. If you would like to connect your ORCID with your NetID directly from Rutgers side, you can do that. Let me open another window, and you type in personalinfo.rutgers.edu, and then click, and that will bring you, excuse me, I already linked it before, so let me log out so that you can see from start. So personalinfo.rutgers.edu, and several tabs will be displayed. And sorry that it's still loading. I just hope it's a little faster. Oops. I'm not authorized. And I was able to. Just 1 second. Personal info. Okay. So you see there is a tab called ORCID. And then you click ORCID. Since I have already connected my NetID with ORCID, so what you see is that. if you haven't done so, you may have a button somewhere here set up create and connect. And if you have one already, you may have connect to your NetID or create. You can use the same button and go through the steps and then finish the connecting. There are tutorials to show you how to do that. And if you go to the Rutgers website, and then you go to the information for researchers, and then click ORCID. That is the website that is created by Rutgers University Libraries. On this ORCID website, ORCID at Rutgers website, click the FAQ page. We have several handouts here. So you can choose the one how to create and connect your ORCID ID to Rutgers ID, or how to add scholarly works into ORCID, or how to connect an existing one. So if you need help or have questions anytime, just contact us. This is the URL, this is the email address, orchid@libraries.rutgers.edu. So let me go back to ORCID. So you are at ORCID website, orchid.org, and you need to sign in. Click sign in or register. And I'm going to choose Rutgers institution to log in. And then because I have logged in using Rutgers before, so Rutgers appeared automatically. So I click the R icon, it will take me to the CAS login, because I already logged in before to NCBI or to other accounts. So I'm automatically logged in. Now, wait a second, did I log in? I don't think so. So let me just choose that one. That is weird. So just 1 second. Usually it's very quick. Sorry for the slow speed. Let me try again. org. Oh, wait a second. Something wrong. So wait a second. If I do from here, either my computer or, so anyway, let me change a browser. I can do orchid.org, and then I can sign in using Rutgers. There is something wrong. Okay, finally, I'm sorry for the delay. So now it's rolled. You can see I am now behind the scene in my account. In the previous presentation, I was using the public view. So here you can add your biography, and then you can add employment, anything like a red, that means you make it available to only yourself, only you. And the green one, everybody's seeing it. Then if you move on, your educational background, and then you move on, you have other positions or membership. And then the membership, this section is too long, so I also make a few of them when I'm just a member, not displayed, and just rather display that you actually hold office positions or provide the services. So go on. And then if you have awards, grants, other kind of honors, you can list it in this section. And this is the section that I mentioned, the scholarly works. So the scholarly works should be containing all your publications. You can also add a preprint. And to add those works, you click Add Works, and then you can search and the link. To search and the link, if you click a search and link, it will show you a list of, you can see a list of external sources. So then you can say data site, I already connected. And if you would like to search Scopus, and then you just click it, then you will be searching Scopus, and then go through several steps. You get them connected to your ORCID, and then you just choose your publications and add into your ORCID. So this is shown something like that. This is said this particular reference is pulled from Scopus, and I searched and pulled. So you can see from. I think the advantage of pulling the data from an external source makes your publication like a more official, more reliable, because you are not creating it by yourself. You actually got this data from a recognized source, a reliable source. So, and some you can see some like this particular one is a invited guest forum article, and I cannot find it because it's a fee-based kind of a system. So I just manually add. So manually add, you need to come to the top. So here you choose add manually. And then again, the template is here. So you need to fill in every field the information. And then the next thing is you can add a DOI to look for that particular one. And yes, you can input a file in BIP text format, and then you can also add into your profile. You can add directly by using PubMed ID. So there are more options to add scholarly works than in my bibliography. You can sort, you can export your works and then put it in another profiling system if there is no direct connection. So on the left side, you can add more information if you like. So once you're done, you can leave here. So now let's go back to the SciENcv one. The SciENcv is in another browser. It's right here. So let's go to my NCBI that we were here and go to the SciENcv Toolbox and then click Manage SciENcv. And then you can either click Create New Document, or you choose one of them and then you work from there. And in my case, I mostly create those for teaching purposes. So I have lots of testing and the demo documents. So let's create a new one. Click Create a New Document, and then you can add a name of the document. You will be showing that and then I try to make it like in one section. So you have a name, and then you choose NIH as the format, and you're going to use ORCID to pull the data. And of course, you can pull from ERA Commons, but not everybody has the ERA Commons account. So then you can use, like if you never have been funded, you probably don't have an ERA Commons, but you can always create the ORCID because it's a nonprofit organization. Anybody can create an account, not just researchers, anybody can create, and worldwide. So choose ORCID and keep it private for now, and then create. So the system is now pulling the data from my ORCID account. So now the template is ready for this particular document. And this is the header. You can always add more stuff or change. And then this name should be matching to the grant application credentials. And this here, you can also get the information or connected to EIA Commons or link. So anyway, this is the name of the Biosketch. Usually the key or senior personnel or other significant contributors. And then the education training background, so you can edit the entries, you can add more. And what I noticed is I have other listings, but I did not post them. And I got them from outside United States. So of course, I can always keep it public, but they are not poured into this Biosketch. In other words, only the publicly viewable information is poured. So that's good to know. And then the personal statement. So you can edit your personal statement by clicking that. And then remember in my ORCID, I did not provide a biography. I just list a link and then that will lead to my Rutgers profile. So if you click it, it's very long, but you can just describe some of them. And then you select the citations because this personal statement basically show why you are the most qualified and convince the reviewers that you are a good candidate. And then you select the citations to support your claim. And 2 tabs, My Bibliography and ORCID, are here. So you can click the references. For example, if I click 2 here from My Bibliography, then I click 2 more in ORCID. So if you click 2 more here, that's fine. But if I do 1 more and a warning came up, sorry, you can only select up to 4 citations. So you can see you cannot do more than 4 for each contribution. I mean, in this case, not contribution. This case is your personal statement. And then move on. Now, the second section is positions and the honors. So your employment history, it's chronologically ordered, and you can manually add more. And then I also noticed for NIH Biosketch, not all the information is poured. So I did list several grants and awards in my ORCID, but none of them were actually poured into this NIH Biosketch in SciENcv. And none of the information or scholarly works. So you have to click edit section and then add a contribution. Again, these tabs will be listed up to 5. And then if you click edit, you can add a description of this particular piece of contribution, and you support this contribution with citations, and that will give you the link. So you can choose any of those. Like if I choose 4, and then 4 of them are here. So that's fine. And then you can add another contribution and do the description and add citations again. So go on and on. So I didn't do even the first one. That's why this particular one is not showing the edit one. I need to do even this one, the first one. And then lastly, here at the bottom of this C section, section C, you have the option to click the link so that this will link to my bibliography, that particular one, that links to my bibliography, which is publicly viewable. So let me go back. So lastly, you click edit awards, or you any other information that can show your qualifications for the particular role that you're going to play in the project, and also for the reviewers to see the qualifications of the research team. So all these should be listed in here. So once you're done, you can generate in Word document. It takes a few seconds to generate, and then you and the generated documents is listed there. I saved on the lower left of your screen. So if you click it, now you can edit. I usually using the Word document first, and if it's good, then I save it as a PDF, and this way. So you have another option to edit your SciENcv, your Biosketch. So let me go back. So this is about NIH Biosketch. So let's go back to your SciENcv, and you're going to create one for NSF Biosketch. Of course, you have other, if you are actually applying for fellowship, then you need to use the fellowship Biosketch. So I'm not going to show all of them. So next one I'm going to show is the NSF Biosketch. Click that one. And then also you're going to choose ORCID as the source of data. And then you create. So it's a little, oh, I forgot again. So this time NSF Biosketch. Let's just do it easy. Okay. So then I'm going to create. The system is now pulling the data from my ORCID account. So this document is now ready for you to edit, to make it a complete. You can tell the name section, and if you move down, you have the professional preparation section. If it's not complete, then you edit the entries, list undergraduate and graduate education, and list the year, the degree. So you need to add more, just add more degrees, and the system will format it for you. You just follow the steps. The appointment, that's your in employment. So you click entries, you can add more. Now products, that's your scholarly works. So you can select the citations, like the products most closely related to the proposed project. Select the citations, you will be able to see the option to choose your publications or other interim research products. And you can either port from My Bibliography or through ORCID. And then in the editor this section, I would mostly probably use these two. I never used that one. And so you have not included any of that you need to. So other significant products, so click select. Remember, you only have 2 pages for the NSF Biosketch. And synergistic activities, so all these, you can make it more complete, edit to your satisfaction. So once everything is done, you click a PDF, your NSF Biosketch will be generated and then created in PDF. And once it's done, it's sitting on your lower left corner. And by the way, I'm using Microsoft Edge as my browser. So you click it, and this is the one. So I don't have that much information, not even filling the 2 pages, right? So depend, but the system will control, like everything you enter in will be no more than 2 pages. So that's about NSF Biosketch. And I'm going to show you about the CPS document to create. So if you are going to create NSF current and pending support document, you can click this option. So you can see you really don't have an option to choose from ORCID. So you normally use, if you already have one before, you can using that existing one as a template and change the content. Or you can just start from scratch if it's the first time. So this is a very self-explanatory. So I think I'm done with all the demo, and sorry for that big a pause in the middle because of the system problem. So if you guys have any questions, please do feel free to contact us. You go to the University Library's website, you will find us, or you can contact me directly. Thank you for your attention. Bye. I'm going to stop recording.